Hot
Hello.
potato.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That maybe. Okay. Now doing the intro. Hello, everybody. It's great. This is a perfect intro. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My friend Sorte over here threw me off.
Hello, everybody. I am not sorry at all. Yes. Hello, everybody. I am Mala Sorte, and I will be playing today Carminia's Corner Voice. I totally step over Winona here. Introductions. I'm very sorry. I'm like a cat throwing your cups around.
Yes. Let's say I am Winona. I am again Winona, and today I'll
Ah,
be playing the maddest of lads, Mad Lad. And the last is and we are starting off this FPS basically right after, almost right after the FPS, the cold truth. Um, so we're in the FPS is a Mad Lad, which then turned to Alexander for their survival, went to say they were going to visit Carminia. They did anyways. Stuff happened. Listen to the FPS. There's a lot that happened there. But
there is there is a lot indeed happening.
yes, but so where is say where did you put Alexander slash Mad Lad for the night? Since there was a blizzard outside that night.
I will say that. Well, uh, I will say that maybe they could have fallen asleep as they were on the living room, right?
Oh yeah.
And
Mhm.
in that case, Carminia will very gently have pick them up, and she has a guest room that is very unused because of sad reasons. Uh, but I think like right now she will put them on their own room,
Oh.
like because she has like wooden stuff there and everything. It's a really practical. It's her room, okay. So they will wake up in her bed, but she is probably not there.
All right. Say Mad Lad now is gonna make a perception to see what's in this room, cause he's curious. That's a 16.
Yes, I mean, like, it's her room. People are not supposed to be in her room, so she doesn't bother hiding shit.
Mhm.
First thing Matlad might realize is like Carminia's bed looks more like a nest blanket than a proper bed.
Hmm.
I wonder why. It's very comfy. Listen, it's on her design, DNA, whatever. It's quite like, how do you say, the it's a simple room, it's a humble room, there is nothing, but there is a lot of small trinkets around,
Hmm.
like there are books, there are dry herbs, there are definitely trinkets that don't seem to be related to anything more than just pretty. There is the hot stove, and there is the desk with paper and stuff and books and probably boring stuff. That's what you get.
Yeah. Mad Lad.
There is all there is also a window where from where there is still a few weird flowers hanging out of it.
Mhm. Yeah. Say Mad Lad just takes a moment to look around the room. He's like, oh, this must be Carminia's room. Say weird but cool.
Definitely, definitely. You might also he might also realize it's Carminia's room because one of the closet doors is open and there is only one single outfit in there, like repeated several times.
Yeah, Mad Lad nods at this, as this is of course, the custom for most tunes. He
Yeah.
has learned this, and he looks around, like looks at the papers, looks at look at the little trinkets, sees all the clothes, sees the flowers, just he's snooping, but doesn't really see much other than that, and just goes down and just goes out of the room and goes to look for Carminia.
Well, she's where you would expect her. In the kitchen, making breakfast.
Mm. Morning, Carminia.
She turns around like, and she's just gesturing at. She kind of waves and gestures to Matla to sit down.
Mad Lad goes over to sit down.
Uh, by the way, she's cutting vegetables, but you are pretty sure like she's giving you pancakes instead of recycle animation or something like that.
Yes.
Um, yeah, and she sits with her terribly dark coffee in front of Matlat after putting uh, respectable size pancakes in front of Matlat, as is Toon custom.
Ooh, nice.
And, and,
Also,
and she's and she's kind of like she has no fingers. Again, she has nubbins, but you can hear the tap, 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 tap of fingers on the table.
Mad Lad's gonna make an insight at that.
All right.
Because he's like, ooh, pancakes, but then he sort of like this is that tapping is familiar.
Yeah, with a 13, you can say that there is something on Carminia's mind.
Yeah. Mad Lad first takes a bite of pancakes, and then with his mouth sort of starts like, what's up?
The ceiling.
He looks
Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da,
he looks
da-da-da.
up he looks up. Yeah, true. And he swallows. Is there something on your mind?
um, a few things, yeah. First of all, so, what's that about almost dying in a blizzard?
Say that one more time.
First of all, so what's about almost dying on a blizzard? Is that like
Uh,
usual?
that was Alexander, but I didn't know any of that until he actually said it.
Mm, okay, you still have all your fingers, right? No frostbite.
Bad Lad looks at his fingers, looks at his toes. Yeah, looks like I'm pretty good. I'm glad I didn't bring Snap with me, otherwise he may have died.
Sort of repeat that.
Uh, yeah. I got a new little friend recently. I called him Snap. He accidentally came from a garden from a friend of yours. He was a weird bird in a wheelchair. Had tons of plants, and they were like snake-like plants, and it turned into one big plant. But somehow one came with me, and yeah.
He squints at this, like, uh, wait, Lao?
He never said his name. His line say he did look pleased to see me, even though I was just hiding out from the police. But his
Wait,
li- You go.
Sorry, keep going.
No, you go.
No, no, you go.
I say,
Carminia is just like, wait, what? From the police? No, wait, what? Lao? No, wait, what?
I mean, I was hiding from the police. I found my way to a building. There was a greenhouse on top, and I hid in the bushes. Found a really nice sun spot so I could just chill and take a little nap. Lau, I think, if you recognize the description, he never told me his name, but he found me and he seemed to be kind of okay at first, probably a bit mad I was there. He was holding his arm and his line art started spazzing out. And it really got out of hand, say, very quickly. And his plants were like part animal, and they turned into a bigger plant. And they didn't attack me, but they seemed like they were going to. And I was backing out. And then I found another plant that had a sunflower for a head. It looked like a horse, but it seemed to protect me at least, and like put itself in front of me. And then I was able to run off. And then of course, I was trying to show off what I was gonna give to you. And he's gonna roll hammer space. And he pulls out a hanging sort of potted pot, a hanging pot for like a windowsill. I was gonna give you this because it was say I couldn't get to you during Animus, but I got caught, almost got caught doing it, and then when I was trying to show Lau it, his line art spazzed out. The plants almost attacked me. I was able to get away, but when I got away, one of the little snake plants somehow got into the pot, and now it's my little buddy. His name is Snap, though he's not here right now.
Oh my, sorry, 1 second. Carminia literally takes out, wait. I have to roll for this because I keep forgetting. It's a D10 for hammer space, right?
Yeah.
Fail. Damn it! Okay, Carminia is having a moment. She's not the quickest at, processing information. And right now, she actually takes a wad of papers, and she's kind of like looking at it, makes a few notes to herself, puts it back. You can roll perception if Matlat wants to.
Oh yeah, he's a little snoop. He wants to see. Darn it.
Yeah, with a 10, you see only the title that says "How to Talk with Kids."
Fair enough. Yeah, but he puts like the little potted plant that you can hang up down on the table. So yeah, happy little late Animus gift.
Okay, I think I'm gonna. Oh my god, we need to talk about so many things. And she gets up and goes to give Matlat a hug. Like, thank you very much for this. Thank you very much for this. She's having a little bit of a break, like.
Yeah, Matlat, of course, hugs her back.
She's kind of like petting the back of his head, like I don't want you to think I am not extremely happy for this. This is the best gift I have gotten. Thank you very much. But Matlat, I think we need to talk about a lot of more things. And she's gonna kind of like not take a step back, but kneel in front of Matlat and grab his hands and go like, "What the fuck is going on in your life? Are you okay?
I mean,
Are you safe?
I mean, I get into trouble all the time, if that's what you're asking. I'm fine.
Yes. Yes, I just want to gauge is this like kind of part of your daily life and you are okay with dealing with it or like things are going.
I mean, my family knows about Alexander, or at least, see, most of my family. No, well, all of my family knows. Yeah. Say, this is definitely a new development in the situation. Gotta have to do a
Okay.
couple explaining about that, and no one is gonna be happy because I don't want to believe him, but you, of course, you don't know what I'm feeling when he's in control, but I can feel what he's feeling. Like we can't read each other's minds, but we can sort of feel each other's emotions. And he rubs the back of his head with his hand. Trust me when I say he is telling the truth.
Okay. How are you feeling right now?
Very
Usually.
overwhelmed.
Okay. 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 One thing at a time. I will kill Lao later. Um. Oh, okay. I imagine this is kind of a lot, but well, what I was talking with Alexander the other day, I don't know if you remember.
Oh, I do.
Told him,
I've heard
I told,
everything.
are you happy with how it went?
Yeah. Yes and no. I'm no, I'm glad I know this information, but it also makes me angry because we kind of went through the same thing, but yet he still hurts my family. So I'm still mad at him and I don't trust him.
And that's fair because you both are still different people. Okay, this is like a very extreme two kids sharing one room situation. Um, um, I have seen conflict between brothers that would put some wars to shame, but um, but Matlad, you are also allowed to be angry, but you two need to talk because both of you are hurting and lashing at each other.
Mm,
Like you two are kind of forced to try to find a solution for both of you right now.
I mean, I know we both don't like the situation we're in. We both want to get out, but we don't. I mean, unless you have any ideas.
Have that I have never had any idea, Mazda. How do you dare to imply the contrary?
He just sort of lifts
I
his head. He sort of lifts his hands, and I have no idea what to do with Dresser.
okay, me neither. But we now can look for a solution, right?
Yeah, we can.
Now we have more information where you two come from, right? What's the deal with the whole? So, um, I could just start yelling at those nerds maybe look for a tower and grab one of those magic nerds and demand they come up with a solution.
I mean, that could work. I don't know any magic nerds really myself. I don't think.
Usually, if you shake a book around, like for for long enough, one of them will come out of the woodwork and say, "Stop in the book" or something like that. I don't know. I haven't gotten out of the farm in a lot of time, but
Yeah. I know that Alexander likes the farm, and after this, I feel at least a tiny more bit comfortable maybe letting him out at the farm. But I don't trust him to really be out anywhere else. But at the same time, I don't really know how to let him out without me being in emotional distress.
oh god, oh, hmm,
Because he usually just forces his way out when I'm emotionally distressed.
like in the blizzard.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, well, that's a good way of not dying. I would love for none of you to be in emotional distress as much as you can in this situation, I guess. Okay. And she she reaches again for the notes. 1 second. Into the hammer space 4, and she shuffles them a little bit quick. These are different notes, though. Do you want to roll see if you see what it says?
Yes, because he's a little snoop.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
17. These are definitely different notes. It seems that Carminia might have been thinking how to go about this conversation, and Matlat is just throwing her curveballs, and she's like, this is not what kids go usually through. Anyways, and but what Matlat says like basically meditation, mediation, connect, contact, past. It's like a lot of tiny notes. It also says family, but family twice. It seems like maybe one is for Alexander's family and another is for Matra's family.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, actually, Carminia is gonna say like, okay, we could come up with a schedule. So, no, first, we need to come up with a way for you to. Have you ever tried to do this thing where people get really relaxed and kind of like not thinking and get in contact with her whole inside world and thing? Some people call it
Uh,
meditation.
meditation. I've heard of it.
Okay, because I have definitely not had to look into Augustus' books to check that. Good. Uh, and she's kind of like she's she's doing the tap again on her own legs now. Uh,
I
do you
mean,
think you could use that to kind of switch classes with Alexander if he promises to switch back? Like collaboration.
he sort of makes this scrunches, I don't know, sort of no face.
It's okay, baby. It's a very weird situation. I understand.
I'll only allow Alexander out at the farm if he can be here and not hurt anyone. Maybe I don't know. He needs to earn my trust, and I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. And I can throw pretty far.
I mean, wouldn't throw him require to throw yourself? Isn't that jumping?
Badlad has never thought about this, and now is a decent thought.
How far can Matlab jump?
I mean, that last more of the case, just like, this is sort of a phrase of words, but now he's just like, technically you're right, but at the same time, he was still trying to make a point, but now you're making it sort of literal, and now he's just like, how far can I jump?
Carminia is also thinking like, if you have to throw yourself, is that jumping, or do you self throw yourself? Like, I don't know, make like a wrestling move to yourself. Is that possible? I think I'm gonna do a wisdom save to see how long does it take her to get out of this logical conundrum she
Yeah.
has gotten herself into. Uh, Wisdom or intelligence save?
Let's go with wisdom.
All right.
It's a 10 though, but
A 10.
it takes them a little bit.
I will say they both stare into the infinite for like what 5 minutes or so. No wait, but that was okay. Sorry. Okay. Listen, Matrat, I cannot make you do this, and I also don't want you to feel like I am asking you to do all the effort. But one of you has to uh, take the first step.
He crosses his arms and just sort of looks down and just looks like he's thinking.
It doesn't have to. Let's start with the farm, okay? It doesn't have to be anything else. Just think of trying to shake his hand.
Alright. As long as it's the farm. I
Okay.
he doesn't I know he isn't I just the feeling sort of thing that happens. Like, I know he isn't going to hurt you. So, again, I feel like I can at least trust him here. Kind of. It'd be at least
Okay.
a start.
Um, do you know how he's feeling about this right now?
Madlad is quiet for a minute and closes his eyes and sort of tries to do the meditation thing because he hasn't really tried to listen into Alexander before.
Mm, do
And
we roll? Do we
I was,
roll a wisdom for this?
he's gonna roll wisdom for this. What's your wisdom, little boy? Oh yeah.
What boy?
Okay.
Everybody do meditation.
Okay. All right.
Or not.
Mad Lad listen in, and he opens his eyes like he can agree to that as a stepping stone.
Sorry, repeat that. Does Alexander agree with that? That's what you say?
Mad Lad nod. He will behave himself at the farm.
Okay. Well, Alexander gets a little bit of what he wanted, which is being able to be around the farm. I I would love if we could also find a way you two could switch places without having to, you know, jump off a cliff, face a deadly blizzard,
Mad Lad nods. Um,
because Matt lad, and she's gonna grab Matt lad's face like cup his cheeks a little bit.
Mhm.
That kind of granny holding when they are
Yeah.
like, I want you to listen to me because Matt, I want you on one piece for a very long time to keep getting in trouble, okay? We cannot outrun the police if we are dead.
I mean, you're right. But mm, maybe I can try meditating.
Um, do you want me to meditate with you?
I mean, yeah, because I don't know how to meditate.
Okay. She's gonna take something else from her hammer space again. Because god damn it, I will get a fumble one of these days. Uh, Fuck, just let me fail. God, let me fail. I made a list for this. It has been a year. Anyways, she actually goes through her hammer space and takes a quite ornate book or diary. It's real kind in texture,
Mhm.
form, or form, and it definitely doesn't fit Carminia because Carminia is very like practical, like
Mhm.
a chunky table, like
Mhm.
nonsense kind of things. Still with her style and love and all of that, and trinkets, but this doesn't look like a book she would have. She actually looks through it, closes the book, and say, "Okay, uh, here it says it's also like important to look for a what? Oh god, oh god. He's sorry. His handwriting is terrible. Uh, but it
Whose
seems
book
like
is that?
a friend's. I This is a friend's book. His name it was Augustus.
Oh.
It was
Was
says
he a wizard? It's a very
um,
fancy book.
no, he was an asshole. Uh,
Class asshole.
listen, I have never uh, was too damn fancy. Anyways, he would cry if he didn't have a shower in the morning. Um, yeah, it says like we need to look for. Also, oh wait, also if you want to roll an insight on Carminia right now because
Yes,
she has. All right,
I will.
you shall.
I shall. Alright, 12.
Oh, yeah, definitely Carminia has gone through a few emotions over there and has definitely moved the conversation back into topic.
Mm,
Um, but you do not know exactly what and why.
okay.
But it's very obviously there are emotions here.
Mm.
But yeah, here it says that we need to look for, let's say, kind of like a nice special place. Well, a quiet place. Then she thinks, I do know a few beautiful and quiet spots around here.
Hmm. That's interesting. I thought you can technically meditate anywhere.
So, guess, yeah, this is kind of like what he liked to do.
Hmm. I mean, I'm good either way.
Uh, well, we can do it here. It's quiet enough, or we can go outside and see. Meditate in the middle of the forest. See if that helps.
Mad Lad looks towards the window, and though the blizzard's gone, it's just sunny with lots of snow. He's just like, you know, I feel more comfortable being inside and doing it after yesterday.
Carminia looks outside and goes like, yeah, you're right. Well, let's move to this couch then.
Mm. Yeah, Mad Lad. But first, Mad Lad takes the fork, jabs the pancakes in the Toonish way of picking them all up and stuffing them all in his mouth, and he immediately eats them.
Carminia is a proud grandma now. Like, yeah, that's good appetite. That's a healthy child right there. He's got to eat for two.
Oh
But yeah, Carminia moves. Carminia kind of like gets some of the uh, gets some of the pillows in the floor. Kind of like she's still kind of looking through the book and says, "As far as I know, a lot of people do this on the floor."
Alright.
Crossing the I don't know.
I mean, I've seen monks before
Yeah, yeah.
say do it, but it looked kind of boring. They just sat there with their eyes closed, doing
Mm.
nothing.
Okay. What Augustus has here is, and Carmina. Let's see how well she can explain this. Don't fail me. Ah, damn it. Well, it seems that like the things that happen inside,
Uh,
like in your head. You kind of it's like you close your eyes to look inside. God damn it, Augustus! Why do you have such bad handwriting?
can I try looking?
Uh, Carminia tenses at that. Is Matlat reaching for the book?
He's not reaching for the book just yet.
The book might do like, she might get the book closer to her, and it's quite obvious that she's kind of catching herself doing that. I'm going like, sure, here. She hands the book to Matlat.
Mad Lad takes the book and looks at it, see if he can read the handwriting any better.
Roll me something for that.
Let's go with, I don't know. Would you say maybe investigation?
Yeah, that sounds right. Because this is a very bad handwriting. You need a professional team
Nope.
of
Nope. Bad,
terrible.
bad lad.
The,
Bad lad.
Mother gets the impression this shit is written in code. This is not even common. What the absolute? Who's writing this? Were they a doctor?
Yeah, that sort of handwriting. Though now that you mention it, is it written in either Draconic or Infernal? Because this is important. He knows those two languages.
This is written in common. This is just terribly bad handwriting. But yeah,
Okay,
maybe,
so lawyer handwriting. Okay, good.
maybe actually by the rule of funny, some of the words seem to be writing in Draconic. That bad, but maybe they say things like loaf of bread, butterfly, six cubes of sugar.
Bad lad looks at this, immediately hands back, but he's like, yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. Breathing. Here it definitely says breathing. Here it definitely says. Okay. So, we close our eyes, and Carminia puts herself in position.
And Mad Lad sits down to copy her.
Okay. We feel really fancy and zen about everything, because I guess that's how monks feel.
I don't know. They feel sometimes I feel like they're sort of smug. They think they're better than
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah. Let's feel we are Definitely better than everyone because we can do this. Definitely. Uh, and we close our eyes
All right.
and we focus on our breathing. And we go in and out. Oof. And Carminia is breathing like you can hear the noise if Matrat wants to follow her.
Yeah, Mad Lad is following her and her example, trying to take what she's saying, and he's gonna roll wisdom again. Let's see how long it takes. Or does he just fall asleep right away?
In fact, I think Carminia will actually do the same. Like, are we going with wisdom?
Yeah.
Uh, Damn, she has never done this before. She actually is getting into it like, oh, cool. Like, no ADHD here, I guess.
Yeah, Mad Lad's sorta getting it, but he is just falling short a little bit. You can sort of feel the vibrations in him like fidgeting a little bit as he's starting to get a little bit bored.
When Carmilla notices that, this is like, ah, nah, this is stupid. This is not working. But I have an idea. Do you remember when I told you like shaking his hand? Do you
Yeah.
think you can? Do you think you can close your eyes and imagine really, really hard, like you are reaching, like kind of inside you, to
Hmm.
shake Alexander's hand? Like just picturing it very, 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 very hard in your head.
Hmm. Mad Lad like nods at that as he's still in his like meditating position that he tries to think really hard. And I'll just roll this with advantage. Let's see what the first roll is. Yeah. He is almost there. He's like, I kinda see it, but it's still hard.
Carmina is gonna reach like, is Matra sitting crisscrossed?
Yeah, crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross happens.
You never heard of
I
that?
love that. Huh?
Have you never heard that?
I I I have, but not many times. I just find it really funny. I think it's the first time someone has said it to me. How many first times? Great. Yeah, I will say sorry, it's just like really funny for me. Don't ask me why, I don't know why. Yes, Carmina is gonna reach for Matlat and just pat him on the just put a reassuring hand on his leg, elbow, knee, on his knee.
Neat.
Uh,
Yeah, and if you want, you can make it insight on him.
right. Yes, I do want to. 18.
Yeah, you could definitely tell Mad Lad is holding back a bit. You could definitely see that this is a trust issue, and he is still not, like, he says he'll do it, but he still very much still has the vibe of, I don't fully trust Alexander.
Matlat, cielo. It's okay. I'm here, okay? Listen, it's okay if you. It's okay. You two have gone through a lot. I understand, okay?
Mad Lad nods. It's hard.
I know. I know. But he also needs help, and preaching. Listen, I'm here. Offering to help doesn't necessarily mean that you are gonna get hurt, I know it's difficult to explain, but sometimes for things to get better, we need to have that jump of faith. But I'm here. I'm here. If anything happens, I'm here, okay? I'm here for the both of you. For you too, okay?
Mad Lad releases a breath. Okay. And
Um,
and no, I say this is good story wise. Fuck a dice parser. He will get this as he goes sort of back into the meditating trance.
I'm,
He
wait, I'm gonna give you something then. Carminia sees how Madlat is struggling still,
mhm.
and she reaches for his hand and holds it.
Yeah. And I'll let this be because this is a good story. He's like, Mad Lad gives a small smile and he takes deep breaths and out and in and out and pictures like the shaking of hands with Alexander, and you see the veins coming from the red mark on his chest, the little heart spread out, and you spread across his body as it eventually overtakes his body, and you see the familiar sight of Alexander again.
Well, hello?
It worked.
There you go. How does it feel?
Alexander like looks at his hands or just like flexes it, just like fist, unfist, fist, unfit. I'm more surprised than anything, but not doesn't mean I'm not happy. This is definitely a big step for the both of us.
Carminia is gonna give Alexander a hug and say, "You two have done excellent work right now. I'm very proud of you both." And
Alexander hugs her back.
a little kiss on the top of Alexander's head. She says, "Alexander, you, you know, I need you to also reach for Matlat."
Now it's turn for Alexander to get that I don't want to face.
He did it. He had to take a he trusted you, and it worked. Listen, now we can start working through this. You are not stuck inside of Matlat anymore. You can come here, you can have your own time. It's not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction for you both.
Mm, you
Whenever
aren't
things,
you aren't
sorry,
wrong.
mm, and I know it's difficult, and I know I'm asking a lot, but if Matlat is trying to help you also need to give him the opportunity to do so.
Alexander looks at her for a while, then sighs. Alright. As he then gets back to the meditating position, and I'm not gonna roll for this for him, because it's easy, because it's sort of a little bit easier for him. So Alexander lets go of control, and the veins recede back, and you see Mad Lad again. And Mad Lad quickly is just like, looks at his hand. He's like, he actually did it.
He did? You did? You both did? Oh, she's. I don't know if she's still hugging them, but she's definitely like giving a proper hug again, and she's also giving Mad Lad a kiss on the top of his head. Like, again, you. I'm so proud of you both. I am so proud. This is enormous. This is big. I mean, I don't know what the language I'm speaking anymore.
Yeah, Mad Lad looks pretty much shell shocked as he like looks at himself. Like he was not expecting Alexander absolutely comply with this.
The lad, sweetie, are you okay?
I technically am.
Technically.
Technically. It's gonna get some getting used to. But he's still not allowed anywhere outside the farm. But
I
for right
think
now,
we.
he is okay here.
Okay. First steps. I might have an idea for the future, but um, oh, I'm so proud of you. She's just hugging them again.
Yeah. And Mad Lad smiles and hugs her back.
Oh, I'm getting you to ask away, ask away. I'm getting you to whatever you want today. Both of you, because now we can switch. Both of you. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to make so much food now.
I mean, I think we can. I don't think you need to. We share the same body, so we share the same stomach, so it doesn't matter who eats, as long as we eat something.
Carminia is definitely not listening, thinking like maybe you two have different tastes. Maybe I should keep a list of that, like pancakes for one. No, Matlat likes a stew. I know. Sorry, I know Alexander likes a stew, but she's like, should I make different foods in case there is a sweet? She's talking to herself. She's not listening to you, Matlat. I'm so sorry.
Mad Lad sort of just looks at her and just chuckles a bit.
And listen, for the rest of the day, she's gonna give this a rest. Uh, but I will say that Carminia might start looking for these kind of things. Like she might start bullying any mages that or wizards or sorcerers or fancy nerd magic people that come across the tavern. There is a tavern in the forest, by the way, everybody. Yes. Uh,
Yes, I love it. Carminia
and
bullying all over. Carminia bullying every wizard.
And I would say that there is a strange thing. This is for the public. Something will happen. Suddenly, a lot of magic users are getting lost and ending up in the tavern. Kind of weird how that happens, eh?
Yes, indeed. Yes, Side Dragon. Well, Carminia sees magic nerds and goes, "You."
Um, do you want to do something else?
Matlet sort of looks at Carminia though and just sort of tugs on her. Though I did want to ask you one thing while we're here.
Or even two? Go ahead.
You know magic, right?
Mm, Um, I mean, no, in uh, Carmilla is kind of like I mean, and this is definitely not me trying to buy time to look for her spells.
No,
And
it's a Mad Lad sort of like lifts up his hands, just like I'm part say I became
Wait.
a ranger lately, and I know rangers technically know magic, but yet I don't know how to do magic. I didn't never
Oh,
had magic before this, so maybe you can help me.
oh, okay. It's because of that. Okay, I thought you were asking. Okay. Um,
What were you think I was asking?
Nothing.
Bad lad's gonna incite that. He is sus.
Mm,
Bad lad knows
you
nothing.
Madrat gets. I'm sorry. With a 9, you see like there are emotions. What? Why? It could be anything. Maybe it's just like Carminia is having like maybe she needs to go to the toilet. Maybe that was the little dance was all about. You
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I'm very sorry. Uh, but when you say that, actually, like she is gonna cast what would be cool? Uh, you know what? She's actually gonna cast Goodberry, and with Badlat, you see that with a gesture, it seems like in the palm of her hand, a few figs have very big, plump figs have grown out of her hand, and says, "Well, you can do something, yeah, and of course, sure, I could try."
Yeah, cause
Rangers, you say?
yeah, like I know they're naturey and you're naturey, so maybe if I try really hard, I'll eventually get it.
You, Carmilla is laughing at. Yes, I am indeed a little bit naturey. Yes,
Also, can I help out with the bugs?
definitely. Do you want to try to see? Sorry, do you want to start training with the bugs? Maybe.
Yeah, I want to start training with the bugs.
Perfect. They sure have experience dealing with my kind of magic.
Yeah, yeah, and like I heard I've seen rangers like they have like buddies that go around with them. So I say I'm not pretty sure. Like I still promised Snap that I would get them back to Lao, but maybe one day I could have a bug pal I can ride around with and say it'd be awesome.
You have to give a snap back to Loud.
I mean, I already promised Snap that I did, and I feel like he doesn't like me already, so I didn't mean to accidentally steal from him. So I feel like I kind of have an obligation to give it back anyways.
I can go with you.
I mean, I
I can
really
talk to Loud.
I mean, can you talk to Lau first? He didn't really seem to like me when I first, well, was there. I
It's
don't.
okay.
That also
I will.
Also, I'm afraid of that giant plant. I'm very much afraid of the giant plant.
Of Sol?
Which one is Soul? Is that the sunflower?
I
Is it the sunflower one or the big mass of snapadills?
I was talking about the baby, the giant baby sunflower
Okay,
plant.
okay, you're talking about the good one. Yeah, I'm
Uh,
afraid of the bad plant. I'm afraid of the big bad shambling snaky flower plant. Yeah, I'm not going back there.
what the fuck is Loud doing? I'm gonna hit him with the broom.
I mean,
What the?
I'm not very sure if that'll make it better or worse, but I.
It's okay. That's how we talk.
All right, fair enough.
You got to smack sense into him. If not, he doesn't listen. Like I have a very specific way to. It's okay.
Yeah, just tell him say one of his vine snakes accidentally came with me, and I'm more than willing to return it to him. Or you return it for me for him. But yeah.
The Carminia sighs and kind of like says under her breath, "Oh, love, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you picking fights with kids?" And she's like, "It's okay, I will deal with it. You have fun with the plant in the meantime, and we can go now with the bags, okay? Just
Alright.
we will think about what we do with Lau later, okay?"
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
As he then goes, gets his boots on and everything. In his snow gear.
Oof, that jacket's not gonna. Do you need a hat? Do you need a Carmina is starting to. Let me see. Uh, why don't I fail? Carmina is actually starting to take out of her hammer space, like, mittens, a
Mm-hmm.
hat, a scarf, another jacket.
I mean, Mad Lad is not gonna refuse this.
Does Madlat let Carmina help him getting ready for the snow?
Yes.
Okay, what do we have to roll to see how much mobility Matlat has? Because I am very sorry, Matlat, but right now you are like uh, the Michelin mascot.
Oh my gosh. I'm guessing Mad Lad will probably have to try Dex to see if he can actually move around.
Okay.
Let's go with straight Dex. Yep. He is used to this sort of care, so he is able. He expertly is waddling out the door.
I just want to I just want to imagine that Matlat right now is kind of like in a constant T-posing position, but he's able to tumble around like perfectly fine.
Yes. Yeah. He is used to be of an overbearing parent.
Good, good, because Carmilla will probably also like chase him around with a thermos and just be counting the seconds like is the child getting cold, but at the same time she's very much like it's okay. We need to leave the kids to be a little bit wild in the snows from time to time. It does good for their immune system.
Yes. And Mad Lad's just mainly following you to the where the bugs are.
Yeah, actually the bags are a little bit taking like a really nice nap. They are in indoors right
Mhm.
now,
Yes.
but right as Carmilla is just gonna open the door and just yell them in Druidic like, "One of you, get out!" I would say that is Cornetan, the one that comes out waddling really slowly.
Aw.
Peña, pasa, pasa, Peña, pasa palo, epa. Carmilla is just kind of like doing those noises to guide it towards Matla.
Mad Lad
And then she,
Mad Lad reaches out a hand to pet the bug.
and now I am gonna make a small character break here and say, I have no idea what the ranger does. Winona, help me.
I mean,
I,
animal
I,
handling if you want to handle the bugs.
okay, does that count like magic?
I mean, kind of, but we can just sort of say, like, he wants to basically help with the bugs, but also, he is a. I'm not very sure how to picture this either. Maybe after like taking care of the morning chores with the bugs, they sit down. They can like sit down, and she can show
Mhm.
Mad Lad like her magic, and he tried to copy her.
I will say that, okay, thank you very much. I
No
will
problem.
say that how it works because Carminia is a druid, but it will take me long to explain why. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Matlat will see that the way Carminia works with her magic is like is not is like really a very subtle way. It's kind of like hidden in how she works with the bugs, how she calms them down, how
Mhm.
she she keeps track, like at some point she creates water and all of that, like there is things
Mhm.
like that, but it's subtle. It's on how she speaks, how she guides them. um yeah, that kind of thing, like how she checks on them, how she checks on on the land, on the plants of the on the water. And Carminia is kind of like holding Matlat's hands
Mhm.
and kind of giving him sometimes to touch.
Yeah.
Like
And Madeline
that's
definitely takes the offer to touch.
and at some point, um, I don't know how this will go. Like
Mhm.
as she talks about it, she talks a little bit about how it feels for her. Like it's kind of like sometimes it's a support for others, it's a connection, it's like, and it's again like she doesn't know how to do meditation, but
Mhm.
Batlat might get the idea, like the same way she asked for him to picture reaching inside of him,
Mhm.
the way she does magic is by reaching outside of her towards something around her.
Yeah, and Madeline takes all this in because he was a fighter all of his life. He never had an affinity for magic, but now that he's starting to get some, he wants to like see through example and and your process in particular. Look like how do you produce your magic? And he's definitely taking this in and learning some stuff. He can't do magic just yet. You maybe see him try a few times to copy you, but isn't able to like produce it just yet. But he is still he is still taking what you have in.
At some point, Carminia might even cast, for example, on Matlat something
Mhm.
like enhance ability.
Mhm.
Um, because it's cold as fuck,
Mhm.
she's gonna, let's say she could cast piercing enhance ability, pierce endurance, like
Mhm.
advantage on constitution checks.
Yes, you can handle the cold better.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what she does for the rest of the day.
Mhm. And I think that's a good way to end it off. Them just going around the farm, him learning about her magic and how some magic works and stuff, and them having a great time, say, with the bugs and everything.
If Yeah, and one of the things is like Carmilla's magic. Um, I would say roll me an insight for this.
All right.
Sorry.
Oh, come on, Mad Lad.
With advantage,
All right.
because fuck dice parser. Yeah, never mind.
Wait, I want to try
Listen,
one more
is
thing.
all right. La tu
1
cuerpo alegre mi
second. I'm
carencia,
gonna
tu
try
cuerpo
to
esplendor.
say.
And dice parser says no rolls for you. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena.
Mm,
Hey, Macarena.
yes, it works.
I was gonna say that. Okay, maybe it's not because fuck dice parser and the rolls, but maybe it's not today. It's a lot to take in.
Mm.
Matlad just learned that Alexander is more person than course.
Mhm.
Alexander learned to give out control a little bit. Uh, Now there is magic. Now there is, and there is definitely secrets in Carminia's house. There is a
Mhm.
lot going on. And maybe it's not today, but through the day, at the end of the day, as Carminia might put Matlad and Alexander once again to sleep on their bed and is tucking them in, they might learn that this magic is rooted in a desire to help and to care about her surroundings and the
Mhm.
people in them.
Aw, that is perfect. That lad
Uh,
definitely takes that to heart.
I'm a sucker for this kind of shit.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes. Unless you have anything more to add, I think this would be a good place to leave it off.
yeah, okay,
Alright.
we
Thank
can
you.
we can live.
Yeah, thank you everyone for listening in on this, and I hope you have a good time zone. Bye bye.
Bye bye, everybody. Thank you for listening.